Communist Chinese Genocide Olympics, they're off to a rough start as viewership for the opening ceremony down a whopping 43% compared to 2018. And why is Team Biden continuing to downplay the atrocities being committed by the Chinese Communist Party? Why is Nancy Pelosi telling our athletes to cower and don't dare speak up because they might get mad at you? And Joe's saying, oh, they just have different norms than we do here. Forced labor, genocide, different norms, Joe? That's how you're going to characterize that? Maybe you tell President Xi, we won't pay them a single penny that we owe them, and we're going to take that money, and we're going to compensate every single family in this country that lost a loved one from COVID. I'd respect that decision. Does anyone doubt at this point that with all the money the Biden family foreign syndicate made from China, more recently revealed in Peter Schweizer's book, $31 million, the $1.5 billion Bank of China deal, that Beijing doesn't have a massive leverage, just like Russia and Ukraine, over the Biden family? The whole Biden family has to be compromised by China, Russia, and Ukraine. Why are they so silent on the treatment of the Uyghur minority Muslim community and censorship and China's push for, so-called reunification? In other words, taking over Taiwan and, of course, their crackdown and oppression in Hong Kong. And as an aside, why on earth are the Winter Olympics in China? They don't even have snow. They're using fake snow for the Olympics. And get this, even the media mob is helping China push their censorship agenda. Congressman Mike Waltz says he has an ad he was willing to get it paid for. To NBC refused to air it. This ad that he put together along with NBA star Enes Freedom. Take a look.
The world's greatest athletic showcase. But just outside the show, rape, genocide, slave labor. American companies are drunk on Chinese dollars, entangled with communist dictators committing atrocities and propping up these genocide games staged by the Chinese Communist Party. And what can we do?
Stand for freedom. Defund the dictators. When you see made in China,
put it down.
NBC, get a double dose of courage. Run the ad. Pretty gutless. Here's Celtics player Enes Freedom, along with Republican Congressman Michael Waltz. Congressman, you were willing to pay for the ad. What was the reason they gave you that they wouldn't take your money? Because that's not a common practice.
Sean, they said we're not rejecting it. We just want you to strip all of those corporate logos and materially change it. So it was kind of a non-rejection rejection. And we're gonna keep calling them out. All of these woke corporations that want to preach social justice here at home, but yet they turn a blind eye as the Chinese unleash COVID on the world, massive military buildup, threaten our supply chains, and commit these gross atrocities to millions of their own people. Enough is enough. These American corporations are propping it up. So we're going to take the message directly to the American people. And as Enes said, everybody wants to talk about defunding police that's protecting our communities. Let's defund these communist dictatorships, and the American people can vote with their wallet. When you see made in China, put it down.
And it's interesting, the NBA does make a lot of money from China. They make an awful lot of money. You've decided to bravely take a stand. I don't know if there's going to be any retribution for taking that stand. Why did you take it?
Thanks for having me, Sean. I think, someone had to do it. You see, there are so many athletes, actors, celebrities or singers or rappers or people who have platform are, unfortunately, when it comes to China, they remain silent. So I feel like someone had to do it and talk about all the human rights abuses done by the Chinese Communist Party. And obviously, it does take a lot, but, someone had to do it. And it's important to talk about human rights, not just in my home country, Turkey, but all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Now, if you take the advertising out of it, so basically NBC is saying, oh, we're not going to lose money. We'll overlook the genocide. We'll overlook the slave labor, the persecution of the Uyghur minority community. We'll overlook the territorial ambitions with Taiwan. We'll overlook the COVID lies. We'll overlook what the crackdown in Hong Kong. And as long as we get our money, we're okay with it. We'll take your money then. That's what they're saying, Congressman?
Yeah, that's basically it, Sean. And the American people see right through all of this. I just got a call from someone in my district. They were at a diner in North Florida. One of the customers asked a waitress if they would turn on the Olympics, and another one said, you know what? We don't support genocide in this establishment. And that's why you're seeing no one watch these games. People are tuning them off, and they're tuning them out because they don't trust these corporate CEOs any more than I do to actually have a spine and do the right thing. But that's why Made in America, it's a national security issue, it's a jobs issue, and it's a basic human rights issue. And we are going to keep fighting this fight, even despite the spineless media in corporate America.
All right. I appreciate that ad needs to run. Enes, I also congratulate you on everything in your personal life. I've read a lot about you, and thank you for taking a stand.